So first off, I would like you to introduce yourself. What's your name? Where you coming from? What's your dance group?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yarana mai tato, yarana. Aloha mai kako, aloha o Kalei'okalani ko uinoa. Ai oli o Kalei, no o ahu mai iau, aka noho au I Seattle, I ke Yamanawa, me ku'u o hana, a me ku'u ipo. O wau ka ra'atira no ku'u pupu o ri ahula o Huraiti mana. He Hawaii, kepani a pā ke a pā eleu. Mahalo, maururu. My name is Kalei'okalani, also or Kalei, and I am from Oahu, Hawaii, and I live here now in Seattle, in Washington with my family and my sweetheart. And I'm the ra'atira for Huraiti mana, practice both hula and poritaiti, and I am of Native Hawaiian, Japanese, Chinese, and Black descent. That's me.
Great. So you're out in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Your dance group also based in Seattle?
It is.
Good. So feel free to do bilingual the whole interview.
Oh.
We love that. We love that. As long as you just do the English version afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't go like, okay. Great. Yeah, just feel free. So the next question will be, how long have you been dancing and how did you start? What makes you start dancing Tahitian dance or any kind of dance? You know, just tell us some of your experience.
Oh, yeah. I have been dancing since I was a keiki at Tamari'i. I was 6 years old when I first started dancing and began with Lokelani Polynesian Review in Wai'anae, and they practice both ori, taiti, and hula. And it's very special for me that I've been able to have this opportunity to dance because it wasn't an opportunity that was easy to come by for my own mother or for the mothers before her. Just because the lineage of dancing, of speaking Hawaiian, of being close-knit with that culture was almost severed just because of, you know, oppressive social injustices that Hawaii had experienced. And so it has Tahiti and you know, Polynesian cultures the world over and people of color. So I feel very fortunate that my mom's mission was to have myself, my sister, my siblings connected again. So through hula and then also for ori taiti, I found myself in the beats and the strength and in the language. So I've been dancing ori taiti for 23 years now. And I absolutely love it, and most of all to be able to share it and have that kuleana, that responsibility to learn and participate and contribute as much as I can, all at once. So.
You're having your own dance group now out in Seattle. That's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, also to that too, I after dancing with Lokelani Polynesian Review, I went with Ma'ohinui of Oahu, and I danced with Agnes Matela, then Matela, now Agnes Manuma, and she is at Atira of Aleitasi in Utah now. I also danced at Ma'ohinui with Angie, and she is the Atira of Teva Oriata, and she's also in Ori Ori Lympics. So lots of Ori family.
Yeah, she's actually up next. She's in the waiting room.
Oh, gee.
Should just, you know, stay back later.
I know, we just have a party.
Okay, so what part of Tahitian dance that you love, like passionate about?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
It's great because I just had a class last night with some of our dancers that are focusing on solo competitions, and we were talking about how like challenging this whole experience has been, but how also just so rewarding, how much emotion across the whole spectrum, that we've been feeling and experiencing. Also how we feel about our bodies, just that vulnerability of us being on stage, even if it's just ourselves in front of the camera, and everything that comes with it. And for me, I love how Ori Tahiti makes me feel very empowered, spiritually and culturally, because I feel so connected. I understand, or have come and grown into understanding how my people of Hawaii had come from Tahiti. Yeah, and sharing this lineage and history and roots and origins, and being able to express that through my tino, through my body, through my a'au, through my Polynesian heart, and overcoming all of that vulnerability and stress and worry, and letting ourselves fulfill like that full expression through our Ori Tahiti. And I want folks to feel very strong in their body, because there was times in my life that I did not feel that my body was my own, that people had taken advantage of me, and feeling trapped. But instead, Ori Tahiti lets me feel free, and limitless, and I can do anything with this, with this varua that I've been given. So, yeah.
It's a very powerful message. I mean, when we started to do this interview, we didn't expect for all of the people come up. They actually spread a lot of positive message, and stuff.
That's great.
So, yes, next one is, what is your dream? It can be non-dance or dance related. Mm-hmm. And we already switched everyone's dream to end the COVID-19. So other than that,
that's a great dream. End COVID-19 and world peace. I'm just kidding, but really, yes. I mean, I've been able to dream so many dreams and live so many dreams and see so many dreams be fulfilled. I mean, yeah. I mean, even, Ori related, last year, Hureiti Mana celebrated our first ever Fa'aori, or showcase, a cause to dance. And that was incredible and so much fun. And it was our first annual, but it's not quite annual this year, but it's our first kind of annual. But, that aside, my next big, my next big dream is to have a family. I have my ohana, I have my feti'i, I have my Hureiti Mana feti'i, and I have this Ori Tahiti community feti'i, but I'm very much looking forward to the day when I become metua wahine to my own pepe, and can't wait for that.
It's a good dream. Our last question is, what are you going to do if you win $2,000 from Ori Ori Lympics?
Oh yeah. It's so Hureiti Mana. We have been around since 2017, and we began in Chinatown in Seattle, and in this really, really great studio where we share with plenty other really amazing dance groups, or there's Tai Chi, there's salsa, Cuban style dancing, all kinds of stuff all throughout the week. And then there's also Hureiti Mana. And with COVID and everything that's come up, even if we were able to hold classes together, just trying to work with the building management, it's so understandable that they're it's very tough for us to say what the future is for that program where all these groups can rent this studio space. It's so perfect too, but it's hard for them to guarantee the safety. It's hard to they don't make money off of that program because they're helping us kind of groups, where we're small, we're young, we're new, we're groups of color. We cannot afford spaces that are in Seattle. Seattle is a very, very, very expensive place for any type of land. And which is on the Duwamish tribe land that I wanted to acknowledge, First Peoples. And so with that, they were like, it's hard to say if we have the funds to pay for like the cleaning needs and the staffing needs to ensure that, so they might not have the program anymore and we might no longer have a space. And so we are just trying to save up now, and so that when we are able to gather again into a space, that I can afford for us to be in a different space that we hopefully will find in Seattle, so that we can continue there. So
that is a great use of the money.